Oh, really? I'll see it when it comes out on the streamers or the for frees. Yeah. Which these days it's like, why do we even put it in the movie theater at all? Because they're like, you come watch it in the theater, or next week it'll be on there for the same price, $24.99, and then you can invite like 30 people to your house and watch it. I think like streaming services didn't realize like just how reclusive, because that was their argument. They're like, yeah, but like if we made like movies for theaters in the streaming services too early, people are going to have these big parties where like 30 people will come over and watch the movie. And it's like, bro, none of us have A, that many friends, and B, many people in my house at one point. Like, no, I don't.
I used to do Game of Thrones watch parties.
Oh, yeah.
And it was like 7 or 8 people.
Yeah.
And I felt very uncomfortable.
Like, I don't have
that many people in my house
seats.
at one time. We have the seats. I just didn't want them in my house.
A lot of people we've all used the same toilet tonight. The seat was warm. I didn't like it.
No.
I didn't like the seat being warm.
No.
I just knew that we all touched butts to the same surface, and
Gross.
it's not okay. I'm not okay with this right now. I'm fine. Anywho, yeah, the whole streaming argument, I was like, this falls short when you don't realize like how unsocialized we are anymore, especially after 2020, which I think like solidified we stay home, we lock in, like 6 feet, you stay over there. You're lucky we're recording this in the same room. Honestly.
2020 was great.
Yeah.
Verdansk.
Yeah. There's some good times, that's for sure.
Oh, yeah, for Call of Duty and
so what I decided to do was drop into Verdansk.
I'm lost. What?
There's a guy named
it's a
streamer named Tim the Tap Man.
Oh, okay.
And whenever he would make a Warzone video, he had this penguin named Kevin. He used to sit here and he would get mad. He'd be like, and your boy wasn't doing too good. Shut up, Kevin. And he's like the video, or I'm going to kill Kevin.
I did see one guy there who I don't think he got famous really, but I thought he was pretty funny. But he did Call of Duty and he had one of those punchable clowns next to his desk. And so like all of a sudden he would lose. He'd go, boom, and just hit that thing, and it made the hardest like boom, kind of sound against the microphone, and then it would slowly just like, and he's like, "You back for more?" I love those things.
And so anytime he would play Verdansk or Warzone, he'd be like,
okay.
We got the boys together trying out a new weapon loadout. So what I decided to do was drop into Verdansk.
Oh man. Yeah, 2020 was a trip. It's hard to imagine that.
It was like a fever dream.
Yeah, it's weird how people are like, that was 4 years.
There was a lot of fever
4 years ago. Good Lord, I can't settle on that yet.
You blink and you miss it.
I'm not okay. Anywho, welcome back to another episode of Nostalgialand. Thank you for joining us on this spooky Friday morning. Happy Halloween to everyone out there. Hold on, is Halloween Thursday? Yeah, Halloween is on Thursday. So you've got your candy. Obviously, we record this prior to Halloween, so you got your candy. Mm-hmm. Your kids are probably at school, so you're eating their candy, and then you get to do the Jimmy Kimmel thing, where you tell your kids you ate their candy from the morning and be a jackass to your.
I would never
children.
do anything Jimmy Kimmel does.
I felt so bad. I felt so bad for some of those kids. I felt so bad for some of those kids, dude. Who they're like, first of all, the ones that are really sweet about it, who are like, "That's okay, mommy." Like I
worked hard for that.
I worked hard for it, but I get it. Like, it's okay. And because she's like, I was just so hungry. She's like, I know you were hungry. It's fine. And she's just like, this is working.
Destroyed.
And then the other kids who are like, what? What? And they're fucking flipping tables and like throwing.
I went to all those houses.
Yes.
You didn't do any of that.
Yeah, you didn't. Jack. Shit. And they're throwing juice boxes across the breakfast table. Oh, those are good ones too, though. I don't know what I like more. But welcome back. As always, we're brought to you unofficially by Sunny D Vodka Seltzers. I know I'm going to be walking Halloween night with one of these. I'll report back. I'll let people know.
I don't think you're supposed to drink it public. Maybe
Matt,
you could put it in this cup.
Yes, put in that glorious 90s jazz thermos mug that we got.
I never drink it with the top on.
You never drink it with the top on? Actually, I found out that the Yeti tops
They
fit
fit?
that. Yeah, and it's a nicer top.
I don't even keep them on my Yeti. Like here, I don't even
On your
keep
normal
them on my
Yetis?
normal Yeti.
You're not a top guy. You're
I
not
put
a
that.
slurper.
I put that there because it's got the logo on it.
Yeah, that's always in shots. It's always
Trauma
in-
product.
Trauma product. Trauma product. Trauma product.
Trauma product.
We got to dive right in.
This one
week,
might take a while. Yeah.
This week
Tyler's like,
we
let's
are
get to it because we
doing
have
the movie.
The
It is my favorite Halloween horror, scary, whatever you want to call it.
When
movie.
I was little, this movie scared the shit out of me.
It is. No, that's Silence of the Lambs behind you.
Oh, you put silence on behind me? I'm glad I'm facing this way. Okay. All right.
Oh shit!
Just tell
So
me.
the
He's right
movie that
behind
we
me,
are
isn't it?
covering was the movie that was playing in last week's episode behind Matt.
It's
which
not
is
dull.
The Shining. Stanley Kubrick's The Shining. In my opinion, an absolute masterpiece in filmmaking.
Stanley Two Tones.
In psychosis, honestly,
Yeah.
like on every angle of this production. Yeah. So please.
It's a
sorry.
character study about a guy who goes crazy. And
Well, what it
catches
is,
murderous
and
family.
according to Stanley Kubrick, is it's us going crazy with a family who's going crazy together.
The Kubs.
So
Okay.
the entire family is going crazy together
I'm on that train.
in this place.
Yeah.
But
This is based on Stephen King's novel.
yeah, Stephen King's novel The Shining.
Loosely.
It's a book I found in my library in middle school. I don't think it should have been there. I kind of feel like somebody put it in.
Well,
And,
nowadays you just put whatever you want.
man, I found it. I read it. Didn't sleep well. Didn't sleep well for like a month.
Well, you know
Bad.
the story behind it. He went to a hotel with his wife.
Yeah.
Stephen King did, and they were there right before the hotel. It was like the last day of their season when the
Yeah.
hotel was going to break and basically do what the Overlook does in The Shining,
Super creepy.
where
You said
for the
I thought you said the Overlook. I was like, ew.
The Overlook Hotel.
no, the Overlook. But they're gonna break and they're gonna go into their off season where nobody lives at the hotel except for a caretaker, and they were sleeping in room 217, and he had the worst nightmare of his life, basically, where he dreamed that he killed his family. And he woke up, went out onto the balcony, and basically the Shining was born that
Yeah.
night out on the balcony, where he thought up the premise for this movie. And Stephen King hated The Shining.
The movie.
The movie,
He
The
hated
Shining.
what Kubs did to
Originally,
this.
apparently he doesn't
Yeah.
hate it anymore.
Yeah, he changed his tune because the whole world came round to the fact that it's the cinematography
He
and
bought his book.
the movie altogether is wonderful. And then in 1997, he made a 4.5-hour miniseries,
Which I watched.
which is terrible
I heard it's garbage.
when you put it up against
Yeah.
Stanley Kubrick's The Shining.
Yes.
I mean,
You've seen it. Is it garbage?
so basically at the end of that movie, there is no hedge maze like
Sort
there
of.
is in the movie.
Yeah.
And it's a ghost story. Like there are ghosts.
It's a real ghost story.
Right.
Yes.
Like the hotel is haunted. There are ghosts in the hotel. They take Jack Torrance, who is a good man, and they turn him into an evil man
Yeah.
who tries to kill his family, and then he redeems himself by setting the boiler to explode and blows the hotel up.
And this is the book.
Right, this is the book and the
character.
miniseries.
Yes, and the miniseries. Yeah.
Right.
Does that
And-
happen in the
It
miniseries?
does happen
Yeah.
in the miniseries. They get that.
And there's the
one
stupidest
kid.
thing in the
God, you
whole
gotta find that
fucking
kid.
world where they have these animals carved out of the hedges.
Oh, yeah.
Lions and tigers and bears. Oh my. And they move. And they come to life, and the hedges are attacking the people. And it's like,
Quick-
oh man, this is so scary.
Quick sidebar,
and stupid.
because you said animals. What the hell in this movie is that dude in the bear mask?
Yeah, well, I'll get there.
What the fuck is
I'll get there.
that?
The made-for-TV series, the 4-hour one, it gets into the Blogy Bear.
The blue. we call him
Bologna
we
bear.
call him BJ the bear.
Call him Blogy Bear.
It's Blowgy.
BJ Bear.
BJ for short.
But I'll tell you, The Shining, the made-for-TV one, like look at that title image that's in there. It's like a decrepit, scary dude. It has its moments where it's
yeah,
like
it's not terrible,
definitely
I mean, it's
but
scary.
Stephen
the
King.
fact that it's up against Kubrick's The Shining
Yeah.
is what makes it terrible.
It's just that it went against Cube.
Yeah.
It went against Kuber. But it's hard to the kid who plays in Danny in this one.
I want to get a shirt that says Kubert. It's
The Cuber.
That'd be Kubert with the
but he
Stanley
has to,
Kubrick's hair.
No, it's Stanley Kubrick's head on the little feet that Kubert has.
But the kid they get in it is Cortland Mead, who played in
really?
in Little Rascals
ready
in the
to take
90s.
down the minutes.
Yeah, but it's him older as Danny Torrance.
And all he says is
Yeah.
Yeah, he has like 3 lines in the whole 4 hours.
And they're all
But the Kubs,
Yeah.
Kubs knew what he wanted to make, and he definitely knew how he wanted to make it. So he had some methods
He's insane.
about what he was going to do to his people to make that happen.
He is so crazy in this in his filming processes and what he wants and what he gets out of people.
Yeah,
and I
dude.
watched a lot of behind the scenes stuff, a lot of commentary. So basically, for this movie, they used the Steadicam, which was a fairly new invention at the time, and they used the inventor of the Steadicam to shoot the movie with. And when in the commentary on the special edition DVD and then on the Blu-ray, they used the same commentary, was that
Dude.
camera operator.
Oh, really?
And he talks about how Kubrick was like a visionary in the shooting processes and the way he saw things. And basically what it was he was so enveloped in the technical side of filmmaking because he was a photographer before he started. He was a master chess player where he used to scam people. Like he would go out into the parks in New York, and that's how he would make money, was by playing chess against people in the parks for money.
Like you do.
Yeah, like you do as a genius.
Yeah.
And basically what he needed for The Shining was for people to be broken and to be wild and out of control.
Yeah.
So what he would do was shoot take after take after take after take. Give me something different.
We're talking 75 times.
75
drive-
80. So there's a scene with Scatman Scruthers, who plays the cook, the black guy that plays the cook.
Yeah.
And Danny,
The little kid.
that
Halloran.
they shot 140 times or over 140 times, which is in the Guinness Book of World Records for the most takes of any scene.
Oh, God.
Now, at the same time, when you watch these documentaries, there's a guy that talks about how the difference, it sounds like a lot, but at the same time, Kubrick would rehearse with the camera rolling. So instead of doing rehearsals like they do on normal film sets, he would roll the camera and you would rehearse in front of the camera. So every take, it was a take.
Yeah.
And, and you start out like, so say you walk into a room and I say, you're crazy. You're trying to kill these people. Some actors can get into that space, but some people, it's going to take them some time to really, put that out there and get that energy up to do that kind of stuff. Well, even that took.
Yeah.
Jack was in the car doing that already. He's fine. Yeah.
But there's an awesome scene because Kubrick's daughter filmed a behind the scenes movie for The Shining, the making of The Shining, and she follows Jack around a lot, Jack Nicholson, who plays Jack Torrance in the movie. And one of my favorite things that I saw during all of this was right before they filmed the axe scene, which is one of the coolest shots still to this day, in my opinion, where when he swings the axe, the camera follows the axe through the swing into the hit. Yeah, and it wraps back and hits with the axe. They're in the hotel room, and there's all the people standing around for the scene, and she's there with her handheld, filming everything. Yeah. And he's talking to her, and then all of a sudden he starts to like, and he starts jumping up and down. And then he's picking up the axe and he's like screaming like, I'm gonna murder. And it's like, whoa, what's going on here? And he's getting ready to go into this scene where he's got to break down this door with an axe and be a completely unhinged, crazy person at this point.
Yeah. He's rolling into it, which is a great way of like you're building up your energy and your breath, and like you're trying to get there because like someone says, "Oh, you got to be a psycho, but you got to be a manic psycho."
He's rolling loud.
You got to do it. Yeah, he's rolling loud and deep. He's going for it. But this movie, I think we're going to talk a lot about how this was like transformational in terms of the way things were shot and the movie in the horror style and stuff. Because one thing that I did remember I watched this in middle school because my photography teacher at the time was like, we're going to show you what makes a big difference in cinematography. And they play the opening credits, which is this big swooping helicopter scene. And it's following these winding roads of Jack Torrance driving his car to the hotel.
Colorado.
In Colorado. Beautiful scenery.
So that was not shot in Colorado.
Oh, it wasn't.
But isn't that where the
It's the
But isn't
movie
that where
takes
the hotel-
place
yeah.
in Colorado.
Yeah, the hotel's in
The
That's what I
overlook
meant.
is in
Yeah.
Colorado,
I
but
mean-
that hotel that highway is, I believe, is in Alaska.
Oh, cool.
Because if you've ever been to Colorado, it's very brown. There's not a lot going on to the scenery.
I've been there once.
Yeah, like
A lot of snow.
I've been in the airport.
I've seen the airport, the Einstein Brothers, the airport.
I think it's like the Gold Coast Highway or something like that is the
Oh,
name
okay.
of it. I'm not 100%, but it's one of the most scenic roads in the world. But yeah, basically Kubrick was like, "Oh, you're gonna test me?
Yeah.
I'm gonna give you the longest opening shot, uncut, of any movie ever."
Yeah.
What?
And
Not Star Wars?
they take the blades of the helicopter and had them balanced so that it would give you this smooth look
Yeah.
to the shot, and they basically just strapped a camera to the front of this helicopter and chased the car up the hill.
Yeah. And my photography teacher, he's like, so he took that scene and he would play different music over it. Except for the original. So at first he played like
the Benny Hill music?
Yeah. And then he played and you watch that scene and you don't know that it's a horror movie, but when you play it with what Stanley Kubrick, whoever did the music for it, you realize, oh, it's putting you in the mood of like, oh no, this isn't like a happy-go-lucky, oh, we're in the beautiful wilderness. This is
like a famous
look
song.
how freaking far we are from anything.
Yeah.
Any help, because that to me is one of the scariest parts of this. It's just how alone you might as well be in the middle of the ocean.
Yeah.
Because no one's getting to you.
No one's coming.
No one's coming. Yeah. You would never expect anyone to come.
Yeah,
So,
that song is called Dies Irae, which is Latin for Day of Wrath.
oh, perfect.
Nailed it, buddy.
And it's also the opening to Clockwork Orange,
Oh, it
which
is?
is like another movie where people just
It's another Kubrick movie.
Cubes
Where people
knows
just
what he's
go-
doing, man.
batch.
That movie is also disturbing. That if you're gonna watch another Halloween one this year, a little post Halloween candy.
You want to hear a fun fact? I've never seen it.
It's
never seen
I saw
Clockwork?
it in film class at
Dang,
Florida
dude.
State.
Yeah, I need to see it.
It's strange.
And then Eyes Wide Shut. I never saw that either.
Wow, dude. Yeah.
I gotta watch. I haven't seen 2001 since I was a kid.
Space Odyssey?
Yeah, but I gotta watch that again. 'Cause
We used to do this.
all his movies are so freaky. Like,
Yeah. It's
Oh,
also
they're so
because they're so slow. They build, and he knows how
It's
to
very
build.
methodical.
well, The Shining
Yeah.
when it came out was critically panned.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
It was bad.
did not do well, and
Yeah.
and
I
the
could see how
critics-
there's a pacing. Like I
Well-
could see how originally people could think there's a pacing issue too.
Yeah, and Steven Spielberg was in the interviews that they were doing, and he was talking, and he said that he had seen the movie once, and he was like, "Yeah, all right, it's whatever." And he was like, "I was not a huge fan when I saw the movie," and then he said, "Now, it's one of my top favorite movies, and I've seen it over 25 times." And it's he said Kubrick movies grow on you. The more you watch them and the more you think about it. And he's like
Fungus.
he has I'm under the toenail. But he said that he has like an ability where once you turn on a Kubrick movie, go ahead and try to turn it off. Because
That's true.
It kind of like pulls you
Yeah.
in where you're like, "Oh God, now." Like I watch these movies when we do these episodes 2, 3, 4 times. This is a long ass movie.
It is.
It's 2.5.
220, I think.
220.
Yeah, something like that,
I watched this movie like 6 times,
What'd
and
you think?
was every single time was looking like for some new things, And after watching YouTube videos of different people breaking it down and stuff, and oh my God, there's so much stuff. He was such a perfectionist.
It's 226. You're right.
Yeah.
And now I hope after this episode I want to go back and rewatch it. And I hope,
Dude, there's so much that I can bring out from these videos that I watched.
Yeah.
Some of it's like, oh, that kind of ruins the way I watched the movie, which I had this feeling. I had some of these theories beforehand.
yeah.
Where the darkest one to me, like, because basically you watch the movie and it's like, okay, The Shining, these ghosts are messing with him.
Yeah.
It's all the evil and from the hotel. But then the darkest one to me is that he's abusing Danny. Jack is from the very beginning of the movie, like, and the bear, the blowy bear,
Blowy bear,
is a call to that. Because when, so like he's in the bathroom in the beginning.
I didn't get that.
There's it's horrible. And then like, so when you see him in the Apollo sweater, and then he goes in and he talks to Jack, and he's sitting on the bed with him, and Jack's hands on his left shoulder. Jack's getting very agitated because he says, would you ever hurt us?
Yeah.
And then he's like, did your mother say that?
Yes.
Starts to get really pissed off and really angry.
Yeah.
And then the next cut is he's freaking out, sleeping, having the nightmare, screaming. Then, I had the dream that I killed you guys. And then Danny walks in with the damage to his left side.
Yeah.
And so it's like he abused Danny again, and now he's in this guilt-ridden state. It's very deep, these theories. And like there's a lot of stuff throughout the whole movie that can take you down these rabbit holes.
You want to do the plot real quick before we go down the rabbit hole?
And then I want to tell my theory.
The plot is pretty simple. I can do the plot pretty. So
hit it.
It's Jack who has a job interview. That's where you're following him at the beginning of the movie.
Yeah,
you're following him to a job interview at the Overlook Hotel that's about to go into their winter season, meaning that nobody will stay there.
Yeah,
for what, 4 months?
5 months.
5 months.
5 months.
And he's doing the interview, and the guy's like, "Look, like you're good for the job, but I got to tell you, the last caretaker who was here, he went crazy. He's talking to him about cabin fever. And he's like, he brought his
what the old timers call cabin fever.
Yeah, he brought his wife and his 2 girls, and he ended up killing his family.
And you notice there brings Charles Grady.
Yeah,
brings his wife and his 2 young girls, 8 and 10.
Yep.
To stay with him, and then he killed his wife and his girls with an axe, and then he took his own life with a gun.
Yeah.
And then later in the movie, when Jack sees the ghost, it's Delbert.
Yeah, that's
Grady.
the waiter that spills the drink on him, right?
That spills like the avocado or whatever he calls it on him.
Looks like
Grady.
He spills egg yolks on you.
Yeah.
That's what he spills on you.
Yeah, basically. But go ahead.
Gross as hell.
Mr. Grady.
So he takes the job, and they go up to this giant hotel. Like, it's huge.
In the mountains.
And there's nobody there, and they have, like, besides the cook is the only other, like, corporeal person there. And so basically they're stuck in this without contact with the outside world for 5 months.
There's very few characters in this whole movie.
Yeah, there's probably like 8 people.
It's mostly just Jack, Wendy, and Danny.
And Danny,
well,
for the most part.
If you count like the therapist and
Lloyd
then,
and
like
the therapist,
and you know, so
bartender.
like I said, the movie wasn't very successful in the releases around the world. They cut out 23 minutes from the movie. The whole scene with the therapist where is cut completely out.
Yeah. I remember watching it on TV.
Yeah.
And not seeing that scene and being like, hold on a second. Like, wait a minute.
So you learn that he had a drinking problem and he got mad while he was drunk and hit his son.
Yeah.
We jerked him up.
Yeah.
Yeah, because he had spilled a bunch of papers around.
Yeah, throwing his papers around the room.
And then so he swore off alcohol. I'm not going to drink anymore because I hurt Danny. And so that's like where they are. Well, that's where they are to go up. And so basically what starts to happen is he wants to try to get writing done because he's a writer and he has writer's block. He can't. So he's like slowly starting to get agitated because he has writer's block.
Yeah.
The wife keeps, like when you're like studying and like you're really frustrated and somebody comes in like, how's the studying going? You're like, shut the hell up. Like,
and she does such a good job of being that annoying ass person.
Well, she's olive oil from Popeye, so Popeye.
Seriously.
Howdy, huh?
That's all I see when I see
yeah,
her.
it's just olive oil.
But apparently,
You
I
picked the
heard
wrong man,
real
dude.
quick. I heard that like she like almost legit went crazy filming this movie.
Yes.
So-
because Kubrick like drove her into the ground.
Well, it's a mix of things, in my opinion, and from watching interviews with her. So he was mean to her on purpose. He wasn't mean to
But
her,
he was, like,
but he
short.
was cold to
Yeah.
her. He told the cast and the crew to be cold with her, to not be sympathetic to what. But
Yeah.
the real thing that drove her crazy, in my opinion, other than that, was she had to be at the heights of terror and exacerbation and just fear.
Yeah.
This movie took a year to film, and they did take after take after take after take of these scenes with her just petrified to the point where she had no tears left. They had to put like Vaseline on her face and stuff like that because she was just at the extent of
Kubrick's
it.
like a method director. Like you hear
Yes.
about method actors, like
You're not getting out of this. You're welcome to my world.
Like Heath Ledger was like a huge method actor.
Yeah, he's in it. And he's gonna stay in it until
Right. And
Daniel Day-Lewis.
Day-Lewis, or
method actor.
the dude who played Elvis that can't stop talking like Elvis.
Yeah, was Austin something?
Yeah, we talked about him in the Frighteners episode. I think
We did, yes, yeah. Oh,
yeah. And it's not like that, but he's like, I can't get rid of the accent. Like he's
Yeah.
like, I didn't have a Southern accent before. Now I
too
do.
much. Yeah.
Yeah.
But after the movie ended and everything, she talked about how
He was like nice to her
like
again.
no, well, she loves him, and she's like, no, I see what he was doing, and
she just would have told me about.
she respects him as like a man and as a director, and she loves Stanley, and like she thinks he's great.
We're talking about Shelley Duvall.
Yeah.
Shelley Duvall, who plays Wendy Torrance. I actually wanted to challenge you because you got through that summary, and I was thinking, I was like, let's see, how short can you make that? How short can you make that? How short can you make that? How short can you make that?
I can make it pretty short.
You ready?
So yeah. So then basically what happens is he's getting more and more exacerbated. And you learn about The Shining, which is like this thing where they can see ghosts that are in the hotel.
Yeah.
And it happens to Danny, it happens to Jack, and it happens to the cook. But you don't really see it happening to Mary. Or
She
Wendy.
kind of
Wendy,
shines
thank
at
you.
the end.
Yeah, but there's a
So she doesn't have the shine.
there's
little
a
shine.
but there's
We'll
a
get to
there's a
that.
theory
Okay.
for that. Yeah, that I heard about. Anyway, Jack starts to communicate with the ghosts in the hotel. So the hotel's haunted because the guy killed his family. And it slowly starts to drive him more and more crazy to the point where he's like, "Oh, gonna kill my family now." And
You know what?
then the end of the movie is basically him chasing them through the hotel.
Yeah.
Then he chases them outside into the hedge maze, trying to kill Danny.
Yeah.
And then he freezes to death.
Gets lost and dies.
And then at the end of the movie, it pans into the photo where he's like this, and it's like July 4th ball, 1921.
Yeah.
And this takes place in like 1990 something, like
It's in the 70s.
70s. So he would have had to be like long dead.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
that's
And
the
it's
plot
him,
of the movie.
like
yeah.
dead center, with this creepy ass smile on his face, looking so evil. Jack,
Man,
Nicholson.
He looks like the Joker.
His evil face.
Yeah.
Like there's like actors out there, there's people out there that like if they want to put like an evil face on,
Yeah.
it's like, oh dude. His is like
It's iconic.
that scene. There's the scene where they're outside playing and he's inside in the black sweater.
Yeah.
And it's the only time he's in that black sweater in the whole movie.
He's just staring
and
out that window.
And it's slowly zooming the camera in on his face. It's so iconic, these moments like that.
This is what I gotta say. Ryder goes up to hotel in the mountains and hates Mondays and figures out he's gonna kill his family. That's
On
my
Tuesday.
summary.
He got a case of the Monday.
He got a case of the Mondays, hated Thursday, and then decided, you know what, Friday these people are gonna eat it. I'm gonna take them out. That's my
There are
plot
so
summary.
many incredible things that Kubrick does as like a perfectionist, as
Yeah.
like an OCD director.
That's exactly
that-
what it is. Yes,
that-
OCD.
And he's such a perfectionist. So when the movie was released in the United States, its opening weekend, it released in California and in New York. There was an extra scene in the movie. At the end of the movie, after Jack freezes in the hedge maze like Trey was talking about, Halloran, who's the guy who hires him,
Yeah,
goes and visits Shelley Duvall and Danny in the hospital, and he says, before it does, it cuts away from Jack, and then there's police like walking around outside the Overlook. Then it cuts to Halloran in the hospital with Wendy and Jack and Danny, and he says, The police have been all through the hotel and all through the hedge maze. They haven't found any evidence of what you were talking about.
I mean, Ullman.
No, it's Halloran.
Dick Halloran is the black guy.
Is it?
Yeah.
Ullman?
Ullman is the guy he meets.
Ullman?
Yes.
Okay.
Ullman.
My bad.
Old man's the
I
old man.
mixed them up.
Old man's the old man.
Ullman.
Old man's the old man.
Sorry,
Got
you
it.
said
Nailed
that,
it.
and I was like, wait.
Okay, so
Ullman.
Halloran is Scatman's brother.
Scatman. Everybody
Different
wants
guy.
to be a cat. No, that is him.
No, he doesn't do this. That's not him.
No, but that's the scat man.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
He does scat. That's why he's
No, yeah,
Scatman
yeah.
Carruthers.
But not. He doesn't sing.
He's the
Scatman.
voice of Fat Cat from the Scat Cats
In
in the
Aristocats.
Aristocats. You're welcome for that little tidbit of knowledge.
You're welcome.
Anywho, okay. So Ullman is like, hey,
You're welcome.
you're welcome. There's no sign of.
Yeah. So
There's no like skeletons and there's no.
Ullman shows up in the hospital and he's like, okay, so there's nobody there.
Yeah.
We haven't found any evidence and we haven't found Jack's body. And then he gets ready. He's like turns to leave the room and he tosses Danny the tennis ball.
That he rolled him in.
Well, that Jack was throwing against the wall
Yeah.
and that rolled up to him in the carpet that led him into room 237. And then he smiles at Jack and he leaves. So basically from the stuff that Kubrick let slip a little bit when they did interviews and stuff with him was that the hotel holds the evil of the past. And like they talk about how it was built on an Indian burial ground. They had to repel Indian attacks.
That's what I'm saying.
When
what
they
I'm
were
saying.
building it.
Yep.
So then over time, there's been all of these evil moments that have happened in this hotel. All of these horrible things. You know, what's his name? Grady killing his family.
Right.
And so there's this idea of the evil of the hotel brings these people in through The Shining,
Right.
through the abilities that they have, and messes with them to the point where it breaks them, and it continues the cycle of evil. Super fascinating.
Which is why you have to blow up the boiler room.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
here's
exactly.
what I say, man. If you ever hear they buried one of my people, just don't build anything there. Just leave it alone.
Isn't that
I
the-
totally
fine.
agree.
Isn't that the plot of
But we really
Poltergeist?
couldn't build in this country.
just I mean, just
Isn't,
don't.
isn't that the
'Cause
plot of
a lot of
Poltergeist
horrible
too?
things happen.
Why do you think we lived in wigwams and teepees? Because we picked them up and moved. We got haunted too. We would
Not all
We would
Indians
change.
did that.
We womp them. We womp them. You're womp 'em.
You're womp.
We would change locations all the time. We'd be like, God damn it! There's another ghost here. He's telling us
Son
to
of
kill
a
our
bitch.
family. Son of a bitch.
Time to go.
Time to leave.
No, but isn't
So what I was talking about, so he was such a perfectionist that it released, like
you didn't like it?
it went out like that, and then he called and he was like, "No, call the theaters,
Take 'em out.
tell them to cut that scene out, and I want it sent to me."
Wow,
So
dude.
he had all the theaters that he had released it to in L.A. and New York cut that scene out of the movie, and they all went back to him, and he burned them.
Wow, dude.
Yeah,
Well,
like he
there's-
does not play around.
There's people that have said like that they've done movies with him like way after. Like
Yeah.
what was a movie he did like semi recently?
Well, he's been dead a while.
Airbud. I think it was Airbud.
No.
We're doing about
The last
40
movie he
takes
did
with
was
Airbud.
Eyes Wide Shut.
Eyes Wide Shut.
No, it wasn't that. Hang
And then
on.
it was Airbud.
Full Metal Jacket.
That's it.
Full Metal.
It might have been Full Metal Jacket. That the guy who plays the guy from Law and Order
Dum, dum.
that plays
Gomer
that
Pyle?
plays Gomer Pyle. He said that he would see Kubrick editing The Shining, like in their
Shut up.
spare time.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's like his. It's like
just
his,
won't-
it was
won't
like
let it
his.
die.
It's
It
his
was like
baby.
his favorite thing.
Just kept adding more Blowsy Bear scenes and just see where that rolled.
Well, apparently the reason Stephen King hated it when it first came out.
Because he's a bitch.
Well, no, is because his
Sorry.
big thing was like he felt like it downplayed the hotel aspect
Well,
of it.
downplayed the ghosts.
Because
Yeah.
Jack was supposed to be this like really wholesome family man
Yeah,
that
like a
like didn't
good
abuse.
person.
He didn't
Yeah.
have an alcohol problem. He didn't hit Danny. He was like this super good dad. And then he went to this hotel,
And the hotel made him
And the
evil.
hotel
Messed him
like
up.
turned him. And then Stanley Kubrick's take on it was like, no, he has darkness. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't like the darkness. But the hotel's like, oh, I'm gonna prey on that. Like,
Yeah.
and that's why when
Well, that's why the hotel brings him to me.
And then you talked about him not drinking for 5 months. There's a theory that he was drinking in secret.
Ew.
And the only reason he says here's to 5 months sober is because it's been 5 months since they've been at the hotel. And he drinks in the gold room.
Oh, okay.
And then the alcohol is like the spark that
One of the
starts
coolest
his-
moments. One of the coolest moments of the whole movie, right?
Right.
If you catch it. So
catch it.
the mirror, the like almost every scene. I think there's only one scene that I found where
doesn't have a mirror?
didn't connect right.
Right.
But anytime The Shining happens, there's a mirror involved.
Oh, I saw that, and I saw the color red.
There's a lot of red.
Well, the blood that pours out of the elevator.
besides
The coolest thing, right? So like he comes around the corner and he's walking towards the gold room,
right,
when everything's about to pop off and like start to get real wacky in this movie, like because there's crazy moments, there's these instances of like, what the fuck was that?
Hold on.
But like it's starting to come off, like it's about to come off the rails completely, and there's the moment that it happens. But he's walking down the hall, and on the wall that he's walking down, there's mirrors here, and as he's walking, every time he walks in front of the mirror, he like freaks out, like he's waving his arms in the air, and punching. He's pissed off at Wendy.
Yeah,
and then he stops, and then he catches the mirror again, and same thing, freaks out, stops, freaks out, same thing. Then he turns and goes into the gold room, walks and sits down, and he puts his head down, and there's a mirror right in front of him. And now the camera switches, like we are the mirror, we are Lloyd the bartender, the perspective shot.
Yeah.
And he looks dead into the camera, and he's like, "Hey, Lloyd." But it's in that moment because he says, "I'd sell my soul for a beer."
Yeah.
And that's when it switches to the perspective. And now Lloyd is there, and the bar is stopped.
So you're thinking it's the looking through the looking glass.
What's like,
situation.
or it's like the
Through
devil.
Alice in
It's like-
Wonderland.
It's Mephisto.
you said
Yeah.
it. You said it. And then he says, I have a 20 and 2 10s in my wallet. I'll buy a bottle. I'll drink the bottle.
Yeah.
He pulls out his wallet, and there's no money in it. Well, he never goes back to his room, and nothing ever happens. He comes back again.
Later on.
He reaches into his wallet, and there's money in his wallet.
Yeah.
So basically, the hotel, the evil,
Yeah.
said, No.
You got it.
The deal is for your soul,
Yeah.
not for the money.
Not for your money. Well, my theory about his
It's that
insanity.
old cat's paw.
Yeah.
Was that what they're called? Like the
monkey
where you-
paw?
Monkey
Monkey
paw, where you
paw.
make a deal with the devil, but
and
he
then it's
like twists it.
Yeah.
It's basically the plot of Twisted Metal.
You can ask for $1 million bucks. You ask for $1 million bucks, and you get run over by a bunch of deer.
That's right.
Or you ask for
By
$1 million bucks, and
deer.
he gives you yen.
Yeah. Nutch. My theory behind it was was the fact that the hotel was redecorated in the early 70s, and you walk in and it's the worst color choices you have possibly seen. And after seeing it for an hour, I was like, I'm done with this hotel. Let's burn it. Because
Well, some parts of it are beautiful, and the
Right.
other parts it's like
like the big main room, like where he's sitting down writing.
the Colorado room,
The Colorado room,
lounge,
gorgeous,
Yeah.
absolutely gorgeous. But then the choices of the
the
carpet,
gold room,
in the gold room, and pink in gold.
237.
Well, in Ullman's, the first office where Jack is interviewing is like this weird pink with these shelves that if you look at who designed these shelves, they just have like these weird little plants on it, and it's like right here, yeah.
Devil.
It's shelves by Satan. That's who it is. Shelves by Satan. That's exactly who designed that.
Okay,
Well, that's a creepy scene too, because like she walks in to check out his work's doing, and she has to walk like all the way down this like long table.
Yeah.
and she
Is that
gets
the one
to
at
him.
night? Is that the
she
first one where
gets
he,
to
like,
him.
cusses her
yeah,
out?
and he's like, "How do you think it's going?" Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
and then like it's super awkward because she has to make like the long walk out of the room.
So I'm gonna go ahead and use, since you brought this up, the craziest theory that I saw. Right,
Okay.
none of it's happening.
It's all in his head.
Oh,
It's
really?
all in her head.
No.
So
She can't cope with that.
So if you go and you watch through the movie, right, all the time when weird stuff's going down, there's things that are missing from the scenes. Like, so in that scene, she walks into the room.
Yeah.
She stands right next to him. They start having this conversation. It starts cutting back and forth between her and Jack.
Yeah.
But right when she walks in the room, he rips the paper out of the
typewriter?
typewriter.
He never puts another one in.
Well, he balls it up, And they start talking. As he's talking, he's touching his hair. He's like pissed at her. He's yelling. He's shaking his head around. His hair gets all disheveled. All the whole time, as it's cutting back and forth, in the background behind him, there's a chair and a table. Then it cuts again. There's no chair and no table. Then it cuts again. The chair and the table are back.
Shut
and it's
up.
like, what's going on here? Like,
What?
So I'll talk more about that
Like the
stuff.
Matrix.
Yeah,
The agents have changed something.
Right. So then,
Deja vu.
so then at the end, like after he cusses her out and tells her to get out, she walks away. It cuts back to Jack. There's paper in the typewriter, and his hair is perfectly fine, and his face is so confused looking.
Yeah.
Like, what the?
So the theory is that she walks into the room, she stands there, doesn't say anything, nothing goes down between them. She walks out of the room, and he's like,
the
"The
hell?
hell is that?" So she's the one
Who's
going
getting cabin
crazy.
fever?
Man, I need to rewatch this with that perspective in
The
mind.
dislocation of Danny's arm
Yeah. Never happened.
never happened.
How does that happen again?
That's why she keeps
The original dislocations
Yeah.
when he's drunk and he pulls him up,
okay.
and that's where like
that's called a
it's
what's that
Munchausen by
called?
proxy is what the
no.
theory
Well, that's
is.
what her is, but that's nursemaid's elbow.
This
Oh, yeah.
man's in shoulders and knees, so he
Nursemaid-
knows what
I
he's
guess we-
talking about.
nursemaid
We
That's
understand.
nursemaid's elbow.
Okay.
Because
When
if you
pull-
like, because a lot of times like nannies, if they were walking their kid in like New York, like
Yeah.
walking him home from school, and the kid would go in the crosswalk, they yank him by their arm,
yeah.
and they dislocate their radial head, which
how do you pop that back in?
you
Punch him in the nuts.
supinate, and you hyperflex, and the radial head will just.
Right back
back
into
in.
it. My theory behind it was, so we're talking about, so this is The Shining, and people are shining all over the place, and it sounds gross when you put it that way, but they shine. And Doc or Dick Halloran, yeah. I mean, what happens when you
Dick.
get undressed? I don't.
It goes
it's really-
And my wife leaves the room.
Mine just goes wah, 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 wah.
I get the.
But Scottman Carruthers. Anyways, Scottman Carruthers, he's talking to Danny at the beginning, and he's talking about, oh, people shine, and that's one of the takes that they said it took 75, 100 something
140.
ridiculous amount.
At the end of that, Scatman Crothers started crying and asked Jack
with
to
this
stop, Stanley to stop.
Stop. Let him just finish this out. Yeah.
He
While
turned.
Danny the whole time is like chilling.
He turned into the girl from Holes. Tired of this, Grandpa.
That's too damn bad.
You just keep shining.
I kept. Yeah, you just keep on shining. I shared that at work and nobody knew what I was talking about. I felt like a big
man.
jackass. Anyways, so Scatman's having this conversation with Danny, and it's well played. It feels so creepy, and like he's really building the tension. Like something's different here. And he's talking to Danny. He's like, "I knew your name was Doc, right?" And I was talking to you, Doc. And in fact, they have a little telekinesis, connection.
Well, that's
there,
one of
right?
the craziest parts and
And
the
he goes-
coolest uses of sound in the whole movie of music.
Oh.
So
The hills are.
I actually watched this movie with one of my best friends and his wife had to leave because of the music in the movie. It's so intense, and it's like a violin where you're just like dragging on the highest notes.
Yeah.
But that's the first time it happens.
Yeah.
They walk into the dry store room, and Scatman's telling his mom, Wendy, about what they have, and we got 50 things of Tang and
He's telling
14,000
exactly
Kool-Aids.
what, he's saying he's having this conversation with her.
He's just like squee ba ba ba
And you
da,
got Jello, and you got so
it starts building
We're the only morons that'll put that in The Shining.
he starts building
I hope so.
the tension with that
Yes, yeah.
and it's like ear piercing,
it's hard.
and
Yeah.
then Halloran turns his head and looks right at Danny as he's talking,
He's
and
still
he's like,
talking.
"You want some ice cream, Doc?"
Yeah.
And it's like, what the hell is going on here?
So he's having this conversation, right? And he's like, "So my grandma or my grandma shined, and we called it shining."
Yeah,
and
we
stuff
used
like
to have
that.
whole conversations without opening our mouths.
And you see things, you can make things happen, and basically it's like an extra connective tissue to the universe, and you can, anyways, explore different dimensions or something somehow. Because the thought I had was right after this. You know how when you watch something, HBO's and like, hey, if you like that, why don't you watch this?
Yeah.
The one below it is the sequel, Dr. Sleep.
Dr. Sleep.
Which is about Danny.
I've never seen that.
30 years later. It's so dark. It's creepy and it's hard to watch.
Maybe I'll watch like a little review on it or something.
Maybe just glance over that one a little bit.
I like Sleep.
But in the second one,
Fair.
Danny Torrance is like grown up now, played by Eugene McGregor.
Ian McGregor?
Eugene McGregor.
Yes. Played by Obi-Wan.
Played by Obi-Wan. He's like, yeah, I shine, and I haven't shined in a while, actually.
Because he's a drunk.
He's like, the alcohol is the only thing.
That was right.
Nailed it, buddy.
You got it.
It's a stick. You nailed it, buddy.
I mean, it's a stick. You nailed it, buddy. The alcohol, he's like, the alcohol is the only thing
Like
that
numbs
keeps
it.
him from shining and seeing crazy, weird shit all the time.
Oh,
So
that's-
Jack stopping drinking because of hurting Danny created the Shining, or let the Shining come back.
He let the shining come back because he stopped drinking, and that's how he started interacting with the hotel. You got 3 people, based on your theory, you got 3 people who shine because we know it's genetic.
Yeah.
Based on Halloran's depiction.
And he didn't get it from Mom.
He didn't get it from Mom, but we got 2 people in this one spot that's already a hot plate of spooky
You know what
shit.
else tells you that Jack's been dealing with this forever?
What?
He goes into room 237. The beautiful naked woman gets out of the shower.
Yeah.
That's the
Comes
scene
over to
that
him.
scared me as a
They
kid.
start
me
making. They
too,
start making out, and then and then he looks in the mirror,
Right. The mirror
and the
reveals.
disgusting body of this
Decay.
woman that
It's been in the
that killed
bathtub.
herself in the bathroom.
If.
This theory about the mirror revealing the other world or something is pretty.
Is that the
It's-
mom
it's really
of the 2 little
I can
girls?
get on that cart.
No, I don't think so. It's just a woman who killed herself.
Yeah.
it.
So
The book explained it. I remember there was a lot of detail about that. But
there's something that got cut out of the movie where
learned to read.
there's a scrapbook that appears on the desk, and Jack starts going through the scrapbook,
Oh.
and it's all the horrible things that have ever happened in the Overlook.
Yeah.
And people on the internet have like somehow gotten a hold of this, and like they've seen it, and like this
frame by
woman
framed
killed
it?
herself on July 4th one year in the bathroom. She
1928
I don't know,
or whatever.
maybe.
21.
21.
But
21.
But so he freaks out and he leaves the room. But when he goes and he talks to Wendy,
Yeah.
he doesn't tell her.
He's like, no.
He's like, no, there's nobody
He
there.
lies to her.
So it shows that like
Yeah.
this ain't his first time dealing with some weird shit like
seen
this.
some things. That's why I
Some
use
stuff.
the old Jackie Daniels to numb the pain.
Yeah.
By the way, today's episode again brought to you by Sunny D. Numb the shining in your house with little vodka
I haven't seen a vision in
seltzers.
years.
I haven't seen anything in a while. And speaking of anything in a while, I mentioned in our last episode, there's a haunted hotel here in Miami. Every night at 11, apparently people hear furniture and stuff moving around in this room, and it's every night. And I'm still questioning who's coming with me. We're doing a podcast.
All I want to
Yep.
know is
Who's going with me?
Who's coming with? We're
I guess
doing a
Matt's
podcast.
doing a remote thing while
Yep.
Trey and I sit right here on our
Okay.
fat asses.
All right, fine.
you're gonna FaceTime it.
We're gonna start it at.
I'll go to
Just gonna-
Salem with you.
We're gonna start at 10:30. We're gonna review Shawshank Redemption and see how far we
Yeah.
can get before
Oh,
we
I
have to
love
get
Shawshank.
out. Before we have to get out by 11,
I'll do
right? That's the
Shawshank.
rules.
I'll do Shawshank. That's like my second or one, it's
Before
like,
they get
it's
their
like
beers
1
on
and
the
2,
roof.
Shining
right,
and
before,
that.
right before they get their beers on the roof.
You get half an hour in. That's all you got. 10:30 to 11, baby. We're gonna start seeing some furniture fly around this hotel room.
All right.
So Sunny D, vodka seltzers. Yeah. So drinking Jack Daniels.
I saw something that said like until like the only way that his wife could see like the ghosts or be like interacting with the ghosts is until after he took the drink. So like after he made the deal. Like like it's on like Donkey Kong now.
Yeah.
Like we can do whatever we want because
Yeah, revealed.
you signed.
it's over.
Like you signed.
You ain't gonna make it.
Yeah.
Like she ain't gonna make it,
And
so
then
it don't
she
matter.
sees Blowy McBear, right? Is
Yeah.
she the one?
Yes.
Yeah.
She sees Bee Gees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Blowy McBear.
She's blood.
I don't want to roll over that. Blowy McBear was good. I like
Yeah,
that.
she's the one. But it's funny because
Winnie the Who.
so
Winnie the
yeah, she
Winnie the Ooh.
so they go hide in the room from him, and you get the awesome scene with here's Johnny.
Oh God.
Yeah. Johnny Carson
Did
reference.
it? Did it?
So scary.
Did it offend you that he kept throwing the tennis ball at those like Native Americans?
I was like, hey, buddy, respect the artifacts a little bit. That's a buffalo up there.
Speaking of that,
well,
that
he's
moment,
doing that, and then he turns and like chucks it down the hallway, and I was like, how'd you think that was gonna go?
he just
man?
let it go. He's like, fuck it. I mean, nobody's gonna mess with it. It'll be there when I want it.
Dude, the way he's throwing this ball against the wall is like, I hate this wall
And the
with
little
all
kid
my heart.
turned into Tommy's World there for a minute.
Dude, the coolest, like one of the coolest parts of this whole movie.
Bobby's World.
Bobby's
World.
One of the coolest parts of this whole movie is how they flipped the Steadicam. So instead of it being mounted on the top, they mounted from the top of the camera so it was underneath.
Yeah.
And then they followed Danny on this like wheelchair thing that Kubrick had made for himself for handheld shots, where they attached the Steadicam to it and they started rolling it and followed him riding his.
Is that the one where like they hold it here? And
Basically,
it's like hanging
this
in the
thing, and
middle.
it's like-
That's the modern version of it.
Yeah.
Yes. But what he did was just jerry rig a wheelchair.
Yeah.
You know, that he stole from an old lady at the,
Pretty much.
retirement house.
They never showed like images of it, so you couldn't really tell. But like
Well, because he wanted to patent it.
exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. I'm not denying
the
that.
guy did or Kubrick did?
The guy.
Kubrick did.
And
And the guy
Kubrick.
wanted to. Yeah. They
As
wanted
a
to be
team.
like,
Go
yeah.
back.
But so when they did the shots where Danny's riding his tricycle around the hotel, and he's doing that awesome.
That's a big wheel.
Yeah, the big
Yeah.
wheel.
That's a big wheel.
And he comes around the corner, and there's the carpet where it's like.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh my gosh, that sound alone.
So they go into the date, like you couldn't hear that, but the mic was on the camera, and it was
picked it
picking it up. So they go into the dailies, and it's like, ooh, that's nice.
You know how we like to shoot a bunch of scenes over and over again? Doing that
Yeah,
for like
like-
an hour.
But
Okay, so
they
the-
didn't talk about how creepy Danny is. Like talks to his finger, like man.
Okay, and that was his idea.
Oh really?
That's the little boy's idea was to talk to his
Tony
finger?
and the finger and the voice. Not Tony.
Red, round.
The finger and the voice were his idea.
Yeah.
the character. They interviewed or they auditioned over 5,000 kids before they found Danny,
And they found the
and his
demented
name is
one.
Danny.
Yeah.
As it worked out, but
And Jack is Jack. And
the
Wendy is
coolest
now.
thing that I learned was Kubrick didn't let him know he was in a horror movie.
Oh my gosh. All right.
So in the kid's mind, he wanted to save his innocence. So he told him he was in a drama, and the only scene that would really make a difference to Danny, because I mean he doesn't know, like when you see the twins, and he doesn't see that. Like,
yeah. He's not realizing, oh, this is supposed
Right.
to be scary. It's
but
supposed
he
to-
just
yeah.
like, oh, you're scared. So he just like he acts great.
Yeah.
And he puts his hands in front of his
Exactly, and does like the scared stuff. But so the only scene is when he comes in with the bruising and Wendy picks him up and she's screaming at Jack that he did this to him. It's a mannequin. If you watch it back,
Shut up, dude.
it's a mannequin that she's holding.
way.
So he never knew the
he's
whole
not,
movie.
He's not. Is he in the scene where they come in? He's not in the bathroom when he tries to go. When
He goes out the window,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
so he's gone.
But he
But
leaves.
he knows he's being chased with an axe, right?
Well, he says
no,
like you're
he
scared and stuff, but
leaves.
he's like you're in a drama, so who knows
Yeah.
what that means?
and
Like,
he leaves before Jack starts swinging.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Hitting that door, which the fun fact I saw about that was that Jack Nicholson used to be a firefighter.
well, they used
and they
like
made
the
a
fake
door.
breakaway doors.
Yeah, they were like, oh, he got through that way too quick.
They had to go and
We gotta
get
make
real
another
doors.
door.
Reinforce the door.
He knows how to get through these.
They
Oh,
basically made like balsa wood doors, and he was just like in like one swing,
Yeah.
like blowing the door down.
This is a
Whole
bowl of
thing
shit
came down.
door. Because watch this.
yeah. So they had to go get real doors for him to take down.
throw down a door? I'll throw down this door right now. Put his face through it. Anyway,
He always does like that. It's Jack.
yeah.
Here's Johnny.
That one detail though that I loved about Danny when he comes through the hallway and he passes by because he's talking to Halloran about it and he's like, "There's something wrong here, isn't there?" And Dick Halloran is
Yeah.
like, "Do you think there's something wrong here? Like, what do you think?" And he's like, "What's in room 237?" And he's like, "There's
like,
nothing.
"Nothing."
Don't you ever go in there."
Well, he says
nothing.
he's like, "What's wrong with room 237?" And Halloran's like, "Nothing."
Yeah.
And he's like, "You're scared of room 237, aren't you?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"No,
There's not a
ever go in there."
there's
like,
not a creepy
No.
decomposing lady in the bathtub.
seriously.
There's nothing wrong.
She won't try to touch your penis, I promise.
Only your dad's.
Listen, they only look nice for a little while, and they get all moldy and gross. You don't want to see them. All right.
Neil.
No,
Break the
That's
mirror.
not how they look in real life.
not what
Break
they
the
look
mirror and
like.
she'll look beautiful forever.
Forever. All together. Forever.
Well, now
You
we
know
sound
what's
like
crazy,
the aliens
too?
from Toy Story.
One thing that I noticed that I nobody even pointed out, but it was after like the Jack being abusive stuff that I watched, like
Yeah.
you know,
Him
like
sitting on the
sexually,
lap or whatever?
like sexually abusive towards Danny was. Danny is riding the big wheel and sees the twins,
Yeah.
which goes back to the whole like Charles Grady, Dilbert Grady, and Charles Grady's daughters were 8 and 12, but Dilbert Grady's daughters were twins.
Yeah.
So it's like this has and basically the theory there is that so it's Grady and Jack and
Okay.
Grady and Jack and Grady and Jack.
It just
and
recycles.
through history, it's always been Grady and Jack. Grady and Jack alternating as the caretaker that comes and murders their family to perpetuate the evil
one
of the
has to
Overlook.
happen
Right.
before the other. Yeah.
And while one's doing the deed, the other one's growing up to be old enough to go and have a family and do the deed.
Okay, so that
whole thing.
The little thing about growing and the little kid, such a little kid thing that he does, where I was like, this kid knows his big wheel. Because Danny pulls around and he turns and he's looking at 237.
Right.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
He looks and he sees the door and he's giving. I mean, you just masterfully play up the intensity of that.
He gets
goes
off.
up.
Yeah.
He goes up, tries to check, is it unlocked? Okay, it's locked. He gets back on his big wheel and he's like, you suddenly feel that. You've been in spaces in hotels, right? Like where like
You feel
you're
that
like,
tension, that terror.
I need to keep moving. Like just keep walking. And he
but
does that thing
You always
where
feel so much faster running down a hotel hall.
yes, you do. You feel
Like,
super
dude, I'm like the
fast.
Flash in this
Scroll by,
bitch.
scroll
Especially
by.
after the pool.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
It's all the
'Cause the
stuff you're
doors are
passing. It's
going
like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
you get out of the pool and you're running back to the room because it's cold.
I feel like I'm running at an incredible
God,
rate.
I'm not fucking human. Amazing.
Exactly.
I'm
But-
fast as fuck,
Nailed
boy. boy.
Like, give me one of these.
So, but Danny, the little detail of his little hand touching that big wheel,
Well, he starts
the wheel,
trying to push-
to
get
push
it-
it,
get
to
it
get him
going.
going. And I was just
Get it
like,
going.
oh, that's such a
Yeah,
perfect
because
little detail.
when
of
you
him.
ride a big wheel, it's like you're in Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Like,
there's
Yeah.
so
if you're
many-
not all moving, you're just going nowhere. That's right.
There are so many little things in this movie that are insane that Kubrick did where okay, so in the very beginning,
Yeah.
when he's standing having the conversation with Tony in the mirror and he's like, why don't you want to go to the hotel?
Yeah.
And he's like, I just don't. But when it's zooming in from his bedroom, his door's there and there's stickers all over the door. And there's a dopey sticker. Then
Dopey. Okay.
The dwarf.
the seven dwarves. Dopey.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dopey. Okay.
Yeah. So then he gets shown by Tony the blood pouring out of the elevator and filling the hallway. The twin girls. He's freaking out. He's got the terrified look.
Yeah.
Then he does the whole catatonic thing, and his mom's telling him to wake up, wake up. Then the therapist is sitting with him talking. You can see the door, and the dopey sticker's gone. So
he's not dopey
So
no more.
he ain't dopey no more.
Yeah.
No.
He's seen what's going to happen. He's seen the terror,
Dude.
and
He shined.
the hotel even says, "Your son has a great power. Like he has
Yeah.
a great gift, and it's stronger than we thought. Like
Yeah.
Danny's shine is so much more powerful than everybody else's, and he's been in touch with Tony since he was like in nursery school.
Yeah. This is the conversation Grady and Jack are having in the bathroom, right?
Yeah.
Like, okay. Yeah. 'Cause
that creepy
scene-
ass bathroom,
Woo, I was like, and again, red. Everything is like it's super red, and I
Red
kept thinking
rum.
that was
and it
red
keeps
rum.
doing like these weird camera cuts.
That's like the
Yes,
only campy
right?
part of the movie.
Yeah.
Where like she reads Red Rum in the mirror and she's like, murder.
Dude, that
what murder, Judas? No,
I brought you frankincense. I brought you murder. What? Murder. Judas.
telling you though, like
I'm so glad.
could
I got
you
someone else
imagine
who knows
if you
what
were
I'm talking about.
if you were Wendy
Yeah.
for that?
I'm sorry, my kid just said
Like,
murder.
you don't know if your husband's abusing your kid. Like what the fuck? And then You wake up to your kids screaming red rum at the
Red
top of
rum.
his lungs, holding a knife and,
Yeah.
and lipstick for some odd reason.
Because red.
Red. And then you sit up and you're like, it's okay. Why did you write murder on this shit?
It's okay.
I wish this was Popeye. I didn't find it in Popeye.
Yeah, she just yells for Popeye.
Just
And
on the file.
there's one outtake that they show her. She's just like, Popeye.
So there's only
Blow me down.
Real shaky arms.
there's like a wacky inflated long played tube man.
Welcome to inflatable. Inflatable.
That's what he does when he goes through the mirror. He goes,
Yeah, he's like, seriously. You could
passing on the
totally
savings
make a
to
funny like
you.
spoof of this.
Oh, jeez.
100%.
Oh,
But
Family Guy
again,
should.
man-
Family Guy's done it in the big wheel. Like Stewie rides into the hallway.
Yeah.
And the two little girls
The
are
Simpsons
like,
did a full
live
on like
with us
episode.
forever. And he's
Yeah.
like, they both die. And he's like,
Yeah, and Homer does it all fun and no. It was at all work and no play makes Homer something.
oh, that's a creepy
And
scene.
Marge goes, "What?
Where it's
Okay.
just like
Go
the
crazy.
the all
Ima-
work and no play makes Jack
imagine-
and having to type all that
Yeah.
No,
crap.
imagine if you're Wendy
Yeah, and you walk
and
in.
you're there with your husband who's been working on this
You're
book.
the only person
Yeah.
for miles.
Well,
like
besides
miles
the
and
cook.
miles, besides the cook who's on his way.
But you don't know that he's coming.
Well, he's on his own Home Alone journey. He's like Kevin,
Yeah.
like, and coming like the next morning.
Because Danny is like, yo, dude, we're going to need some help.
He's sending up some cell phone signals. He's
Yeah.
like AT&T connecting Verizon
He's like,
through
oh,
the
I've
storm.
got the shinin.
I'm gonna get it going.
No, he's old school smoke signaling that
yeah,
thing.
just
So much racism.
Yes.
So much racism.
all the
Love
natives.
it.
Anyways, well, yeah, but what's funny about this movie is like I kept watching. I watched it twice. I was able to get through it twice because I had to be very sure that
No children were
no
around.
children, and my wife is not a fan of this one at all. Like she'll watch it, but she'll definitely be like, skip it, and I'll be
This
like,
one's like
"All
a
right,
hard movie to classify because it's not like a slasher movie. Because like Psycho would be, I guess, the closest thing to it. But Psycho's more like Dexter.
I really think that the way that and the decisions that Kubrick made is what makes this movie terrifying.
Yeah.
Because when you look at it, like the first shots you get of the overlook, the outside, there's no room for a hedge maze.
yeah.
When you go inside, the layout of the hotel makes absolutely no
I
sense.
tried to connect it this last time I watched it. I was like, wait, where's the entrance to the back to the kitchen next to the Colorado room? And I was like, okay.
And when he goes into the guy's office at the very beginning,
Yeah.
there's a hallway that goes down and then curves around. And when you go into the guy's office, there's a window in his office. So it's
Right.
like, there's no way there's a window in this room. Like, this layout does not make sense. So that makes you uncomfortable subconsciously.
It feels like in some ways that like Stanley was like he like skimmed the book and then took the parts he really enjoyed and then
Well,
made this movie.
So when he talked to Stephen King about it, he basically was like, so the ghosts and everything, well, that's like there's an afterlife. Like you live on, and he's like, oh, it's like, that's like a really optimistic way to look at it. And he's like, basically what Kubrick was saying was like, I don't really believe in it. So basically the only thing that is the ghosts and all that stuff is the evil from the Overlook.
That's what's keeping
That's
it going.
keeping it going.
That's
like,
what's perpetuating.
yeah, it's
the
not
life
like
there. Yeah.
the afterlife, quote unquote. It's the evil that
You
like
know what movie this is
fuels
like
it.
eerily similar to, if you look at it like that, is the Amityville Horror,
Oh yeah.
where
Yeah.
the
Yeah.
dad goes in the basement and he gets possessed by the house.
Smaller scale.
Yeah,
little
except the
house.
Have you ever
layout
looked
makes more
into the-
sense.
Have you ever looked into the real Amityville horror? Like what happened at that
No,
house?
I
It's
don't
up there,
wanna do
dude.
that.
It's creepy as
Why would I-
Jack.
Remember, I like sleeping.
Well, like the story of
When I
like
can.
the actual crimes that happened there was like a brother and sister killed their family.
Yeah.
Like, but beyond that, like basically people say it's a fraud, whatever. But blah blah blah. But
Yeah.
just the actual crimes that happened there is like,
Ew.
damn, like what? How did that happen? Because there's like a bunch of people asleep in different rooms of the house, and they like went into the rooms with like a rifle and
Yeah.
shot them. And it's like, how did the other people not like wake up? Like this isn't.
Pretty sure after the first one, I would have been like, "What was that?
Yeah, like did you guys hear a rifle?
Somebody making toast? Someone's making toast.
Somebody has the TV on too loud again.
Smell it. Oh god."
So back to the movie.
So what I was thinking about that was watching it the second time when no one else was in the room. I was like, these cue cards that keep happening because they're like like was it November or so? Or like it starts out and it's like a month later, and then
because they start their journey at the hotel.
Yeah,
and that's the first thing that happens is a month later.
Yeah, and then it's a month later, and they're at the hotel and they're staying, they're locked in, and then it was just title cards of like Tuesday, Thursday, Monday or Saturday, and then I think it was Monday, and then one more Thursday, and that's the last Monday Jack Torrance could take.
Yeah,
he was like, "Fuck this."
Well, then
Friday's
it starts
coming.
4 p.m.
Yeah,
6 p.m.
and then it was
8 p.m. or whatever it
He's
is.
8
more
a.m.,
rapidly
yes.
descending into the.
Well, yeah, it's like, oh, it's coming unglued big time now.
Yeah, well, because so towards the end of the movie, Danny uses his call waiting to find Dick Halloran, who's down in Miami.
Yeah.
He's living it up with Will Smith.
With his sweet titty pics on the walls.
Oh my gosh, dude! Yeah, it's like Black Dynamite posters on there.
He's using his call waiting.
Yeah. But
His long distance. He's paying them extra fees. You know,
he was like 1-800-COLL.
Does it amplify?
Had a baby, it's a boy.
Does the hotel amplify his signal?
I guess
It
maybe.
acts as
Dude,
like
I just think that he got that power.
He got it. He got it good.
Dude,
Anyways,
you saw what he had to do to send that. He was like,
he's like
the-
foaming at the mouth a little bit.
That's when the dad is having the scene with the decaying body, right? He's in the room like basically
so.
seizing out.
Yeah, it's happening at the same time.
well, that
So
poor
he's
kid is going
seizuring
through
and he's
so
doing-
much and seeing so much. Like when his dad is stalking Wendy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As she's swinging the bat,
And he's like,
Dude, she swung that bat at him.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I think it's 80 something times in that scene.
I'm
my
not
goodness,
gonna
I'm
hurt
so
you.
tired.
I'm just gonna bash your effing brains in.
Bash your fucking brains in.
Oh, well,
I'm gonna
now
bash
he's-
him right the fuck in.
Now that he explained it,
Here's the bat. You have it.
my goodness.
You have it.
What do you want for dinner? We got like lamb. We got lamb chops.
You heard
do you like lamb
how many
chops?
steaks are in there?
Yeah. We got
so many.
30-pound bags of hamburgers. I say we go nuts tonight.
We got
what are you guys
Tang.
thinking? Yeah, we got 40 pounds of Tang and Kool-Aid. Anyway, so Doc at his awesome titty bungalow in Miami. I'm
Dick.
getting Trey a lot. Dick Halloran. Sorry. And what?
You get trail hut, dick.
Dick titties.
Dick titties.
Got a dick titties.
Dick Halloran in his titty bungalow down here in Miami. He's like, hey, I'm kind of.
I got myself.
He's like, something's telling me
It's like I think I'm getting a call.
hold on. Sorry.
Imagine
And then
he
he
starts
starts
seizing
getting
up.
like flashes of what's really going on up there,
Yeah.
and he's like, "Oh shit, gotta go."
So he's like, I do not accept the charges, but I will call ahead. So he calls long
It was Bob.
distance.
They had a baby. It's a boy.
Yeah, had a baby. It's a boy. So he calls the Rangers up there. First tries to call the hotel, and
Yeah.
Jack comes in and rips that.
Well,
phone line
their
out.
phone lines have been
Oh
down
yes,
forever.
Yeah. And
Yeah,
but
and
he
has the
immediately-
Rangers call him on the radio.
I mean, this guy's commitment. He goes from Miami. He's on a plane. I'm guessing at the 6 a.m. flight.
Oh yeah,
Or
like
the
right
4
away.
a.m. flight.
He red-eyed
He's
that thing.
right into it, yeah. Because at 8 a.m. the next morning, he's already on the plane, 20 minutes to land. And then you get his little Home Alone journey where maybe he met the Polka King at the time. Because he definitely would have been touring. Yeah. Polka King, John Candy would have been touring at that time.
Polka.
Yeah, polka. We got that. Because he goes on this epic, like, all right, I got to get from the airport and I get to a gas station and I'm going to rent a car. I'm renting a car from the airport to the gas station. I'm going to get a Snowcat and I'll be there in 5 hours. So it's 5 hours from the airport to a Snowcat. And then however long it takes to drive that Snowcat at 10 miles an hour through a blizzard, just hoping, I guess,
20
he knows.
feet of snow.
20 feet of snow. Yeah, hoping he knows where he's
Just
going.
to get there
To
and
get there and
bam.
boom.
The only death count in the
craziest
movie
moment.
is to just get.
I mean, to get there and be like, I'm the scat man, and because like, you're done. That's it. You're done. That's it.
Oh, he's here to help. Oh, he's dead.
Oh no, he's not.
And the craziest part though is he helps so much.
Yeah.
Because he distraction.
Jack leaves attacking Wendy, and he brings the Snowcat.
Yeah.
A working Snowcat because Jack had taken out the Snowcat.
Yeah.
And when he had called up there, they started calling on the radio, and that's when Jack went into the radio room and pulled the breakers out of the radio.
Yeah.
And stopped it from working. But just so insane. And then the filming stuff, like, so the outside shots of the Overlook are the real Overlook Hotel. then when they're doing close-up shots and like they're walking, that's a sound stage where they rebuilt the facade of the Overlook.
Oh, cool.
And there's a hill to one side, and that hill was poured by a bulldozer, and there are tiny pine trees at the top of the hill to make it look distant.
Oh, that's
and on the
fun.
other side of that, there's a suburban neighborhood.
Yeah.
Just go ask help from those.
And the salt outside the Overlook is, I mean, the snow is salt. And
that's awful, though.
And inside the hedge maze, they used over 900 tons of salt.
Oh man,
up,
that
dude.
makes those scenes like way worse. Like imagine rolling around and stuff, and all that's getting in your mouth.
Just
and you're just like,
dry
Dude, and they're
out.
talking about like wearing big boots and stuff to
Yeah.
walk through, and like at the end of the day, those boots are shot because
Yeah.
they're rotted out from
Yeah.
the salt.
I just imagine one of those scenes though, where like they left that front door open with the cold, and it's supposed to, it's supposed to be a blizzard. And I kept thinking of that old commercial of that kid, of that snowman walking into the house, and then his mom pours him a big can of chicken noodle soup,
He melts.
and he melts, and he's like, oh. Go back, watch that commercial. That kid makes the goofiest ass face you've ever seen. It's I can't. If you're listening, you need to come watch this one because you'll remember the chicken soup.
But there's so many things like that Kubrick did where I saw originals of when Jack goes out into the snow and there's like that blue quality that makes it look so cold.
Yes.
Like it
Yeah.
would if you were in
Yeah.
the snow. But they said that on the set it was like yellow, and they showed like an actual unedited version of the shot. And it's like,
crazy.
oh dude, it looks horrible. But he went in and he took out the reds and the yellows and so it looks blue and cold. And then when they're in the Colorado room, all the light is from the outside of those windows.
Yeah.
And those are scaffoldings
Of
where
lights.
he hung lights from 9,000, like a million lumens or whatever it was of light pouring through those windows.
Yeah.
And it's like that cold light when it's freezing cold outside and the light is just penetrating every corner of the room.
Yeah.
It's that frigid. So they could do those tracking shots with the Steadicam because it was lit through those windows and there was no lights to avoid seeing. And they could follow them. And that's one of the coolest things in this movie. If you go back and you watch it from beginning to end,
Yeah.
is how the camera is almost a character in the movie. It's like the hotel is watching them.
Yes.
And as they move,
double.
it's following them all the way. And it like these long shots where they're walking through these huge open areas and stuff, and it's rounding corners in front of them or following them behind. It's so cool.
Dude.
It's so cool.
I got Halloran getting his not
The axe in the
warranted, comeuppance. Poor dude, like to travel that for. I just wanted to sit, dude. Like I've been in this fucking.
and it's not even like he gets to see
Snow
Danny.
cat?
It's like,
No.
where's
He literally just gets an axe in the chest.
Yes, and he's like, "Oh, you're just done.
where's
you're done."
Yeah.
Yeah. You sure you didn't want soup, Campbell's soup?
And it's like as soon as that axe goes into his chest,
Yeah.
that's when the hotel just goes absolutely ape shit.
Shit.
And-
Because they got their sacrifices.
The hotel's like,
It's
he's
got
doing
its
it,
blood.
Peter.
Yeah.
He's doing it.
He really did lose his marbles.
The only question that I have for that's really stays with me like when I'm because there's so much confusing stuff in the movie.
When I go down
whatever.
to sleep at night, this
But-
one stays with me.
does
This is what's eating Gilbert Grape.
does the ghost unlock the door?
Yeah, because
Okay.
she traps him
And-
in the kitchen.
But what an amazing shot that Kubrick came up with when Jack is talking to Wendy through the door, and he laid the camera down so it's from underneath, and he's standing over it,
Yes.
like screaming through the door at him. What an awesome freaking shot that is! Like, what a cool way to do that.
It's pretty
And the
groundbreaking.
one thing that I
to
know,
be
what I
interesting.
saw was I just saw this like earlier today when I was doing more research. Jack breaks the fourth wall so many times during this movie,
Oh, really? Okay. Like he
That-
looks right
He's
at the
Deadpool.
camera?
dead into the camera. The most noticeable one is after he breaks the door down with the axe and says, "Here's Johnny" and everything, and then he's going for Halloran.
Yeah.
He's walking away from the door, and he makes a very obvious, like he's like looking like he's walking like, and he just like looks dead down the barrel of the camera for like a second and walks out. But when you go back and you're watching the movie, he does all these little glances where he's like looking over here, and then he'll just like, and you're like,
wait, is he noticing me?
He just like looked right at.
He
looked right into the camera.
He's looking at the hotel. He's looking at the devil.
So
that
makes
can't be a mistake.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
Is like all these things that people want to say, like, oh, Kubrick made a mistake. Like the guy called movie theaters, had them cut a scene out and mail it back. He's not making mistakes.
No,
he's on to Full Metal Jacket and still editing The Shining. He's not making mistakes like that.
That's amazing. I have to watch it again.
I think that's what they said. I'll double check that.
But
there's a lot of really good videos on YouTube too of like the breakdowns and stuff and these fascinating theories that people have.
Because we got to talk about just your theories about the ending and why it's him. And you mentioned it a little bit about that it's Grady and then it's Jack and it's Grady and it's Jack, because one has to happen before the other in order for the other.
Well, it's like what fills there's not this huge gap.
Yeah.
It's like,
oh well, and then there's
keep
also
the evil rolling.
There's also the famous scene Wendy's running around and she's getting the shit scared out of her for fun because
the hotel's messing with her.
There's no other reason behind it because it's just like, oh, let's see how crazy we can make her.
Yeah,
because she wanders into one room and there's just skeletons in the waiting room and cobwebs and stuff. It is like, was this here yesterday?
Lovely party, isn't it?
Lovely. Yeah, and the guy, lovely party.
And that's the like when he comes into the gold room party.
Yeah,
that's the guy that's like by the door, the like host guy.
Yes,
where he's like, hey, welcome, and he's like, oh, thank you. That's the same guy with like some weird cut thing on his face.
Lovely. All this, he's only credited as played by a guy named Norman Gay, and he's only credited as injured guest, which I know in the series they had, in the book too, they had very specific, oh, that's this person who loved to drink too much. And then in the book they talked about this guy who came to this party dressed as a dog, and he was just over the top and too much for a lot of people.
That's what they say is like the blowy bear.
Yeah, Blowgy
was
bear.
like Blowgy bear.
Yeah,
was like a dog in the book, and he was.
But
like,
it doesn't look like a dog, dude.
He was blowing the owner of the hotel or whatever.
Yeah, to pay his bill or something like that. Yeah, there was a lot of details that I understand from Stephen King's point of being like, bro, like I wrote details to this. You can't just throw that shit in there and confuse
That's
the
what
generation.
Makes it creepier.
I guess so, yeah, because like she comes up at the stairway, looks down a hallway to an open door, which who's getting,
and there's like the music is going crazy, and there's all of a sudden in the music there's talking.
Yes.
Like all the voices of the Overlook are now talking at the same time. She's like,
yeah. I mean,
that's one of the craziest things to me.
It sounded a little like that just in the background, but
I'm
just trying to count how many times you get Scatman in there.
75,000.
Yeah, I can't. It was in a YouTube video that I heard it. I can't find it, but an actor was like, yeah, in his free time, he was like rewriting the ending to The Shining, and it's like, what the?
Yeah,
so crazy.
Kubrick was,
yeah.
So, but you get Blowgy Bear down the hallway, and there's so much story behind that. But that freaked me out, I think, more than anything else in the movie. Not like than the blood and stuff. I remember as a kid, I remember looking down and that being so confusing and so intense and so scary, and that stuck with me for years. And then when I read the book, I was like, oh, geez, like that's where that come from. So yeah, I think it was that he was.
Because you were upset that it wasn't a dog?
Yeah, no.
You're like, Kubrick changed it to a bear? What is this?
It's like a warthog bear. It's the weirdest.
Saw that mask? He couldn't have been given a blowjay.
It was so weird, yeah. Unless the hotel director was hung like a horse, quite frankly. Anyways, vodka Sunny D is absolutely delicious. Keep The Shining away in your house this weekend.
I'm telling you, we could do a whole other episode on this movie.
Honestly, we should, maybe.
I would like, if you haven't seen this movie and you're a fan and you've been listening,
we should do like a Mystery Science Theater 3000 on it.
I couldn't, man. I couldn't sit there and make. So Everything Wrong With, I think.
I purposely don't watch those because until after our episodes because I'm afraid I'm just gonna
copy his shit. Yeah.
Well, so they did The Shining and they were like, I can't like who the hell am I to critique a Stanley Kubrick movie?
He
Yeah.
says that at the beginning.
Yeah, and then he says like, and the everything wrong with counter, like it was like, not me, and he left. So Hal came in, and it's like
Hal 9000.
Hal
That's
9000.
funny.
And I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. You should watch it now that we're done with this.
My only thing that I could Mystery Science Theater 3000 or not, I got a couple things when I was watching it the second time because
I mean, we could make fun of anything.
if you turn off
No,
the
not make fun of it, but like you could like
That's what they
you
do.
Could,
Yeah.
But you could pause it and be like, okay, and then this is where because
oh, you want to know something crazy?
so we could do that.
You just made me think of it.
Yeah.
So in the beginning of the movie, they come walking out, and Jack is sitting in a chair reading a magazine.
Yeah.
It's a Playgirl magazine.
It is. Why
You're
do you
on-
do that in public?
So why would a hotel have Playgirl
yeah.
just out? And then people like were able to zoom in on the shot,
Yeah.
see what Playgirl it was, look it up, and on the cover of Playgirl, one of the articles was about why fathers abuse their children or something,
Oh my
incest within
gosh.
families.
What?
And it's like that's the kind of stuff that Kubrick would put into his films, where it's like, okay, so it really lends to the abuse theory
Yeah.
for Danny,
Yeah.
where it's just like,
so that's how he passed on the shine.
oh, you better leave the shine behind at that
No, you
point.
put that in a box and you send it home.
Like,
You got a
dude,
gift, my friend.
at that point, it's like, oh, Dad's trying to come in the next. Just come on.
oh, great. Yeah.
So I'm not running.
Which, and then in.
Although I do love the fact that
Push on the
Danny's
back.
like, oh no, chase me, chase me, chase me,
And
chase
then
me.
he does that brilliant thing,
And then he
in
double
the maze.
backs out,
Yes,
yeah. Dumbass.
And he
Well, you
gets
get
lost.
like that awesome like where he's like, Danny.
Yeah, got
Like,
all.
yeah, and it's like he's losing it. He's freezing cold, but he starts looking down the pike of the camera like so many times in that scene.
Like, tell me where Danny is.
Yeah, like come on, help me. Like,
Do
come
you
on,
know
help
where
me.
he is? How
Yeah.
about you?
Oh, the first
Yeah.
time he looked at like the little like model of the edge mate.
Yeah.
I'm so stupid.
That's the only
But
special effects shot in the entire movie.
I'm so stupid. I thought like there was like he could like see him. And
Oh
then-
yeah, he's like.
well, that's
wait,
the
he's
thing is,
watching him?
can he or
Yeah.
can't
Can
he?
he?
I was like, oh look, it's like a little miniature. Oh wait, that's an aerial
He-
shot. I'm
yeah.
a fucking idiot.
Well, but that's
He
the
might be shining right now.
yeah. So that's the thing is like there's debate on that. Is he looking down and be able to see them because of The Shining?
Yeah.
Or is that just like
A
the way he
transition
cuts
shot.
it into?
Yeah.
Let me ask you.
But
here,
that
what's-
was really cool. Real quick before you do that,
No. Sorry, go ahead. I'll just keep doing this. Go ahead.
I was just the way he shot that was awesome. So he went to a nearby apartment complex. They built the heart of the maze. He hung out over the side and filmed down on it, like zoomed down on it. Then they built the replica of the hedge maze and came down on it from scaffolding. And then they superimposed the center. So that's the only special effects shot in all of The Shining. Everything else is
cheese in the
practical.
middle or anything.
No
They didn't find
cheese in the
port
middle.
key.
They didn't find the port key.
Let me.
Go ahead, continue.
So, what do you know if you had to pick 50, two choices here, okay? Because
Oh, we're playing Would You Rather?
Would you rather? Because Jack's whole thing is he stops the drinking, but he starts the shining, and then it's the shining and turns into the murdering. So or the unaliving? Excuse me, we can't say. So would it be he gets a little sunny tea, gets a little tipsy, or he does the murdering? Which one you taking off?
Well,
that
but
table? I mean,
doesn't he start the murdering after he drinks again?
but he first starts the shining and before he starts the drinking and then he starts the murdering quickly thereafter. So I'm just debating there which one's which
I
one's
thought
which one
there's
you
the
rather
theory.
take?
There's the theory about like in every because Kubrick when he did interviews he always talks about it as like a fairy tale, which is like kind of weird. He's like, oh, in fantasy or in fairy tales like this happens. And there's a theory that you're living the fairy tale through the villain to teach you like what not to do.
Gee, okay.
Like,
all right.
Like, and then the hedge maze is like you made the wrong decision.
So
and
like, don't wander into a woods with a basket full of
or
goodies.
no, but
and
like
then-
the poison apple is alcohol. Like when Snow White eats the poison apple, she goes comatose. So
Yeah.
He drinks alcohol, and that's when he becomes like
Alice falls asleep, falls down a tree trunk. and
right.
then
Like
into
him
a
is
whiskey glass.
the alcohol is the poison
Okay, all right. I
because
follow
that's
that.
all ultimately what kills him is.
So my
Yeah.
my answer would be there is no alcohol.
Yeah.
And
well, there's no hotel. It's all in what's her name's mind.
Or Shelley Duvall.
Even if there is no alcohol. They take all the alcohol off the premises when they leave.
There's no way. Unless
there's
Ghost,
no drink for him.
Unless Ghost can manifest a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Like physical alcohol for him to drink.
Yeah.
Then there's alcohol.
Right.
Basically, all it is him giving up and like turning himself over. Like,
well, but
take me. Like,
but if
evil,
they can,
take me.
If they can unlock the door,
I do love.
Could they pour him a drink?
But they would have to have the drink to pour the drink.
You need to.
Yeah,
there is no drink.
Correct.
That's Mephisto, man.
One of my favorite lines that he delivers in the whole movie is when right after that he's been drinking, and she walks up and she says, "There's somebody else in the hotel. There's a woman in one of the rooms," and he turns and he looks at her and he's like, "Are you out of your fucking mind?" Like, but he says it drunk sounding.
Yes,
and it's like, oh my god, that was so good.
If he's drunk off the hotel.
Yeah, exactly. But
and the one thing I was kind of like, and we didn't talk about it at all, but the one thing I was kind of like Mystery Science Theater 3 about it was like when he leaves the 237 and he locks the door, he leaves the key there because he's like, might want to come back to that a little later, because the first part was fine. It was okay.
Those good times.
Before, so maybe this replays a little bit. I'm just going to leave that there in case we'll find that out later.
He just puts his ear to the door. Nope, still old lady.
Nope, okay, still
you hear her
old.
screaming? No, let's get out of here.
All right, and then come back later.
Danny, do me a favor, go in there.
Hey, bud. Hey, enjoying that maze outside? Let's play a little game. Run in there. Tell me what you see. Come back.
Even
out.
his death face is creepy. Like when you see him frozen.
Oh my gosh!
You know what it looks like? The
Yeah.
scene before where he's in the black sweater and he's doing like the evil face. It's like he's doing the evil face, but his head isn't like cocked down with the camera coming like this. It's just like he's just looking up like that.
Yeah, yeah. I agree. Well, and then we didn't talk at all about the most iconic scene that apparently took 9 months to shoot or something. Was the elevator of blood?
Took a year.
Took a year to shoot.
3
that.
takes.
Good lord!
Well, yeah, because think about it. Every time you do that, you have to clean it up. You have to refill it.
This is going to take a lot of Swiffer sweepers. I'm going to tell you right now.
Well, also, it took so long too because Kubrick didn't like the look of the blood and stuff. And they use it in the trailer.
Oh yeah.
And basically, when he turned it in, the Motion Picture Association was like, "No, we don't want the blood, whatever." And he's like, "Oh no, it's rusty water." And they were like, "Okay."
Yeah, it's a big old pool on the roof, and it just drained through the elevator shaft.
It's the tip top. It's the tip top bar.
It's the tip top hotel. Yeah,
could you imagine turning the corner? Just so much awful.
No, the creepy one.
Like being
the
windy
one
when it just
be,
snaps off, and you're like, I literally just had a heart attack. Like, I'm gonna die.
The creepier one would be Danny, where you turn the corner and you're like, "Hey, 2 little girls." What?
But I don't think I said my theory or the crazy thing that I was thinking of before, where it's like the girls are like, "Come play with us, Danny, forever and ever and ever." And then when he's with his dad, after that, his dad's like, "I wish we could stay here forever and ever and ever." Oh, what? I don't want to stay here forever.
I don't want to.
But,
I like television.
Yeah. This movie is amazing.
It's tops.
But I would say go watch the other one, like the 97 made for TV one.
It's pretty fun.
Then watch this one. So this one doesn't shit all over it.
Is that the miniseries one?
Yeah, the miniseries.
And it's not bad.
Doesn't he use like a hammer at the end and not an axe?
Yeah, he uses
like a sledgehammer or something?
A mallet, like a croquet mallet.
Yes. Yeah, and he's running around.
It's like a clown using a mallet.
Yeah, and then and it ends completely differently, and you actually root for Jack to be a good person. Yeah. But
it's not terrible.
Yeah. Watch this one. And Dr. Sleep. Give Dr. Sleep
I need to watch that. I need to watch that.
It kind of answers some questions, and it adds a little more to the shinning, like what's capable.
To me, if you're not Kubrick, you can't answer the questions.
Stephen King, he wrote the book.
No. Once Kubrick got his hands on it, it becomes a Kubrick thing. You know what I mean? Because if we're talking about the movie The Shining, that's a Kubrick movie. That's not a Stephen King book. That's not a whoever made Dr. Sleep response.
Cujo is Stephen King too, right?
Yes, but not a Kubrick.
No.
That's the thing with Stephen King. If you go and you watch his stuff or you read his stuff, his biggest problem is always how to end it.
Yes, this one just I
Just
noticed
kill
that too.
everybody.
He had like the beginning
Okay,
and the
we're done.
suspense, and then it's like over.
Yeah.
Like what?
What happened? It just,
Like how are we gonna end this one? Quick!
No.
Yeah. So it's like what the frick?
how are we
dude?
gonna end it? And
Yeah.
Yeah, and now like
black.
if we want to go into like Nostalgialand After Dark, I've got my own issues with Stephen King nowadays.
oh boy,
Ooh, okay, we should do. We really got to set something up that you can shoot some of these.
he has a really flat
I know it's
face.
fun
Yeah.
to talk about, like,
is.
and never
has a flat
ruin my
face.
life. By
Never
doing.
do it.
We'd have to make it like some kind of encrypted thing.
Yeah.
So you'd have to like, it's like a Patreon.
Well, yeah, we have to get a Patreon. We got to have like paid subscribers.
Yeah.
You want to see Tyler's After Dark? You
People
gotta,
will pay one time and they'll be like,
oh, okay, we're
fuck
done.
that.
Yeah,
Okay,
that was the most wasted
don't let
dollar
that.
I've spent in a
Don't,
minute.
don't let that guy go to a
this
Colorado hotel.
guy's a psycho.
Shouldn't be allowed.
Don't
in
let him go to a
places.
Colorado hotel for the winter.
That guy shouldn't be allowed inside.
I think I'm just the person that loves to dive into conspiracy theory and stuff like that.
I
Like,
love a good conspiracy theory too.
Well, and the funniest
there
thing in the
with you.
world to me is when like you just research like what do these people think? Like why do these people think this? Like flat Earth? Like give me a fucking break, dude. You think there's flat Earth? Are you out of your damn mind? That was developed by 4chan members as like a joke.
As a joke, yes.
And now there's like thousands of people that believe
there's
that there's
a
a flat
conference
Earth.
and a church of flat earthers.
Like just retarded.
Kyrie
Like,
Irving.
your
What?
brain is
Kyrie Irving.
damaged.
Yeah.
And I've
Oh,
met some
gosh.
I know some like really intelligent people that I have a lot of respect for where they're like, oh no, the earth is flat. And I'm like, wait, you?
You're done?
You of all, like, I know some dumbasses that if they told me
Yeah.
the earth was flat, I'd be like, yeah, par for the course for you, dude.
but you?
But it's funny that the things like when I was listening to Joe Rogan's podcast
Yeah.
a while back, and he was talking to I think Matt Walsh about the idea that the moon landings were faked, and
Yeah.
there's like some theories in this movie that part of this was like Kubrick saying that he helped fake the moon, but it's like, dude, the kid's
Oh
just wearing.
wow, dude.
Yeah, there's theories like that too.
Let's
Where
get
he's
there.
like wearing an Apollo 11 the sweater that he's
Oh
wearing.
yes, yeah.
Yeah, and like the squares on the carpet look like the site that the Apollo 11 left from.
We're gonna get there.
Yeah.
Come down this rabbit hole. We'll get
Making my
there.
head hurt.
Yeah, so it's that one's like, okay, you're really stretching it at this
The
point.
Play-Doh's starting to fall apart.
Yeah, like it's just about this app.
Who
But-
put the pizza box in the oven? Because we're there.
Like bringing up these theories and stuff, and like
You didn't put it in there. You started
Where
on.
it's like,
I didn't touch the oven.
liar,
We'll get there.
liar.
Why would I touch your
You're like,
oven?
hey Trey, you forgot to turn the oven on. And you're like, bam,
Did not do that.
Bam.
I would argue against it. Anyways,
fair enough.
sorry.
Who cares? It's funny
don't know.
now.
It's
I'm
funny
dying
now.
Yeah, my
myself.
parents for your wedding got you a pizza box.
And a fire extinguisher.
Yeah, and they gave you coupons for pizza inside the pizza box that you didn't know that was there. And you
No,
threw
I
it
did
away.
get. I got
Oh,
it. But
you
it was
got
for,
it?
It was for Frankie's Pizza.
Yeah.
And I lived in Kansas City.
Whatever.
Thank you for the gift, though. I do appreciate
Yeah.
it. I mean, a national chain would have been great too.
No. Did you get the Frankie's Pizza?
No, because I lived in Kansas City.
You should have held on to the,
I should
the
have.
coupons. You're
That's
here
my
now,
fault.
ain't you?
I'm here now. You're absolutely right. Anyway,
Nailed it.
Wrap us home, dude. Take us
Thank
out
you
of
so
here.
much for joining us for such a wonderful movie in this
Thanks for
spooky season.
Thanks for coming to Crazy Town with us.
Yeah, I could have taken you to Crazy Town for 2 hours with this movie. It's
And I-
so good.
I don't want that information to go to waste, so we will find a way to bring that out.
hey, whatever.
We gotta.
I mean,
Yes.
I got enough of it out of my brain now that
As,
plus, like I said, I couldn't have enjoyed the preparation for this movie more. I just think it's such a beautiful movie. It's
Yeah.
so well shot. If you don't listen to the soundtrack on like surround sound speakers, it's not as harsh and it's not as hard to listen to. It is still super spooky, super
Yeah.
freaky, but I love it. Like when Trey was a kid, he saw this movie, so it really freaked him out.
Yeah, I
and so
hated it.
going into
Dude.
this, he was like, "Dude, I don't want to like."
I don't want to do this.
I don't really wanna do this. Like,
I
I'm
get
not
you.
looking forward to
I
it.
totally get it. I didn't
So-
want to see Blows You Bear either. It got
I
me.
forgot all about that.
I offered to let him borrow the movie because I have
Multiple
versions.
copies of it.
dose versions for those looking on camera. I'm holding them up.
It's kind of crazy they reused the same image for the cover.
No, it's not. What else are you gonna use?
That's so awesome.
Well, the HBO has a really great one. Actually, anyways, keep going.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But he was like, yeah, I'd appreciate it if I could borrow it. And I was like, cool. And I said, and if you want, like, I'll come watch it with you.
Yeah,
like,
but the way he typed it in, he's like, you want me to watch it? Will you tell me all the scary parts are?
yeah. Basically, like, I'll let you know what's coming, so you don't have to like freak out. And he was like, LOL, and I'm like sitting there for a while, and I was watching something like watching Big Bang Theory or something, and then I'm like, no wait, I wasn't making fun of you. Like, I was just trying to be helpful.
Just
and he's
genuinely
like,
trying to be your brother.
I get it, man. Like,
yeah.
no worries. And I'm like, no, seriously, dude. Like, I wasn't.
I would have watched it with you, bro.
I had to go to Orlando. I had to go to Orlando.
Okay. I would have been there for you, dude.
If you have not seen this movie, go watch
100%
this movie.
please.
Yeah, you should like watch it with the lights on
Develop your own theories.
in the daytime.
Let us
You know, it's
hear
easy.
'em.
Turn off the sound, put on the captions, and put like Enya on, and just watch this movie. Very different.
No,
Yes.
do not ruin Return to Innocence by Enya.
Turn to innocence.
What a weird. Like, could you imagine this movie starting? It's like, bam. Like, it's like,
Different movie. Different
Jonathan
movie
Taylor
altogether.
Thomas.
Yeah, you could say you saw it though.
Yeah, instead of Here's Johnny, it's just it's like going,
Yes.
Die!
Oh goodness. Okay. Yeah.
That's what we should do. We should recut this entire movie and put dumbass sound effects. Like every time, what's his
Every time Scott, you mean Carruthers comes on?
well, but what's his
Scatman?
Yeah.
every time he
Not
opens
even
his
that,
mouth.
just this part.
Yeah.
Just that.
Every time he opens his mouth.
I'm a Scatman.
Danny's
Danny's
awesome.
Danny's just so confused. Just like,
No,
why?
and then you cut to Danny's face like this.
That's the only shot of him the whole movie.
Oh man.
Just covering his face.
Yes. Give it a watch though. Give it definitely top 10 in
So
me.
good.
But happy Halloween again. Hope
Yes.
you enjoyed a fun night last night.
We love you guys. Thank you so much. As we say every week, please check us out on all the. Would you fuck me? I'd fuck me.
We gotta cut that out.
Sorry. No, you don't. There's
Jesus,
no
yeah.
naked.
If my head is big enough and it's covering
It
that,
Probably
might
not.
be actually.
it might be. I'm squared.
He
to
might
the
be
camera.
angled at the right
I hope
angle
so.
to cover that.
A lot of that's pretty centered.
Because the angle of the dangle is directly proportional to the heat of the meat.
Fair enough. Check us out on all the platforms, all your podcasting
Needs.
platforms. Check us out on the Ubintubins.
Gibbons.
And give us a like, subscribe, turn on that notification bell. You know all those things that all those people tell you to do all the time.
Splogey Bear. 'cause we're
Yeah,
gonna bring
hashtag Blowgy Bear.
Just axe murder that like button.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Give it a Grady, baby.
So you know who they wrote "So You Made an Axe Murder" for
Yeah.
was olive oil.
that was for
They're
her.
like, Wendy.
So you
Shit.
made, so you
Here's
made
your
an
thing.
axe murder.
Yeah, check us out on the Tiki Talkies. Please check out our shops.
Yep.
On Etsy, Nostalgialand shop.
Yeah.
Got it.
And then nostalgialandpodcast.com is our website.
And
where
there's
you
a
can-
shop link.
Yeah, you can
on the
go there.
website.
You can
Yes.
check out everything. Check out the shirt that Matt's got. What's the name of the artist?
Boom, Cat Leva Draws. She's a friend of
Sweet.
mine. She's an amazing illustrator, and that's her hat tag. Sorry, not her at tag on Instagram.
on the
Excuse
shirt.
me, is on the shirt. It's at Cat Leva Draws Cat with a K.
Cool.
But yeah, man.
Beautiful shirt. Amazing drawing, and they come fantastic. The prints come fantastic on the shirts.
Yeah, I'm super satisfied with this.
I'm so happy with that I bought it too. It looks great.
Yep.
It's comfortable. It's wonderful. Trey's got an N64 shirt on. He's rocking it. Killing it. But we couldn't thank you enough for
Beauty.
listening. We can't thank you enough. Until next time,
I'm Matt.
Trey.
and I'm Tyler Calbunga. Shannon.
Every time I see
I'm gonna go shit.